Hey y'all, I know I am late this week. The weather's been a little bit less than ideal, but you can have excuses or results, and I guess this week I got excuses. Today I'm spraying some row middles, and I'm doing something a little different this year than what I've done in the past. If you were watching last year, you saw me make that weed wiper. It worked okay. Didn't get the kill that I'd like to. Part of that is I was using Roundup and AIM. AIM is a contact herbicide. Everybody's familiar with Roundup. Unfortunately, and this is as much my fault as anybody's, Roundup's kind of lost its mojo. It's been overused, and now it's gotten to where there's a whole lot of things it don't kill, like lamb's quarters, pigweed, horse nettle, to name a few that I have problems with. So, curly dock, that's another big one for me that Roundup won't kill. It'll hurt it and then it comes right back. So I've switched up this year. I'm using Liberty. If you're not familiar with Liberty, it's the original, or the other original chemical that was used traditionally to spray corn and beans with. Came on a little bit later than Roundup, but it's been around a long time. But unlike Roundup, it's still very, very effective. And unlike Roundup, which if you get a spritz of Roundup on your produce, your vegetables, it will kill them. Liberty is a contact herbicide like Gramoxone and like AIM. And I don't understand how the chemistry works. Don't ask me because I can't explain it. But Gramoxone and AIM are both top burners. So all they do is burn off what's above the ground. They both work very fast, but the weeds will grow back out of it very fast because it doesn't kill the root. I could be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure Liberty kills the root, and I don't understand how it can be a contact herbicide and kill the root. Like I say, I don't know anything about chemistry, but the cool thing about Liberty is if you get a spritz on a leaf of a tomato plant, it's not going to wipe it out like Roundup would. The downfall to using contact herbicides is you have to have really thorough coverage, or it's not gonna work. So what I've got here, and this is one of my least favorite things to do, but it's necessary if you're gonna keep your place looking halfway decent and keep it clean enough that you can actually harvest it. So I've got an old piston style solo sprayer, piston pump, just a hand pump deal, and I've got this hooded wand, and I don't know where you buy these. I'm sure you can find them online. I bought this one at a tomato growers meeting a long time ago. But one thing to know about Liberty, this is knockoff Liberty, but one thing to know about Liberty is you have to use Liberty surfactant. If you use and it's my understanding it's pretty sensitive to the surfactant. You have to use the correct surfactant or it ain't gonna work properly. But this is and it's kind of nasty. It's about like honey. But I've got a bunch of this from where I used to raise Liberty Link soybeans, and I'm kind of excited to be using this on my row middles because back when I was growing Liberty Link soybean, or when I switched over from raising Roundup Ready soybeans to raising Liberty Link soybeans, man, my beans were so clean. So hopefully that's going to be the case with my row middles. But let's get out here and get some sprayed. So a little bit less than a week since I sprayed this block, and you can see even this pretty tall ryegrass up here at the end is on its way out. Those cuckleburrs, it smoked them. As far as I see, it doesn't look like anything got away. That right there's just a spot I missed, but that's a pretty easy fix. And best I can tell, I don't think I killed any tomatoes or eggplant or anything. This is what I'm getting ready to spray, and I would have loved to have gotten it sprayed earlier, but I was working on it about as hard as I could go, and it rained for like 4 days, and we went from barely having any weeds to having a ton of weeds. So they're still not too big. I mean, they're not bigger than the label says you should spray for the most part. Some of these might be pushing it, but let's get with it. It sucks about as bad as it looks like it does. It's not one of the most fun things that I do here. You can see I've got quite a few rows to walk yet, but thankfully I can spray this Liberty over top of my sweet corn because it is Liberty Link sweet corn. I know spraying is kind of a subject that some people kind of steer away from because it gets a bad rap, but the unfortunate reality is that if you're going to do more than a garden, you're going to have to spray something, whether it's organic or not. So I was thinking I might try to, in the spirit of the channel, y'all were pretty loud and clear recently when I asked about what you wanted to see more of, about the how-to type videos. So I get a lot of questions about spraying. So I think here before long I'm going to try to make a video about spraying fungicides and insecticides and just kind of my weekly routine, the equipment I use, when I do it, how I do it. I'm not going to get too deep into the chemistry. I don't need the pesticide inspector showing up here. But just to kind of try to help people that are learning or getting started, which I still am learning and getting started, but just to kind of show you some things that work for me and some things that haven't worked so well for me. But anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you next time.